I don't think that'll come.
I thought you had a fucking listening to it on the fucking not iTunes, fucking Spotify. I thought you actually had like some sort of clapper.
No. You clap before you do the podcast, so like you can sync the audio to the video easier.
Oh no, but I thought you had like a clapper, like some sort of thing.
Nah.
No, I didn't realize you just fucking clapped.
Everyone just fucking clapped. Cheers for the cookie, man.
Yeah,
so thanks
sick.
for coming on. For everyone who doesn't know, this is homeboy
Ryan Cooper.
Fighter and cookie. That's fucking good.
Yeah, that's all right.
Mm.
Because I was fucking half asleep when I tried it this morning and I wasn't happy because I just couldn't taste the maple enough.
No.
And I thought I went too much on the savoury side and I got real upset. You know what it's like.
That's a fucking banger.
When you're like,
My God.
yeah, you got that idea in your mind of how you want something and when it doesn't come out 100%, you're like, fuck.
Sorry, guys. It turns out my neighbour's decided to whippersnip his fucking fence.
Because he's got nothing fucking better to do, the fucking old cunt.
So Ryan's a MMA fighter and chef, and he just brought me this maple bacon cookie he's been working on, and fuck me, that's so good. Do you have like do you do these custom orders as well?
Not at the moment. So at the moment, like, I pretty much I had a spare Instagram page that I was doing for like because like I'm a this motherfucker. I'm a nutrition student as well, so I like started a page because I was maybe going to do something with that. So I haven't finished my studies yet, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll use it as my cookie page. I just want to, I love posting shit about cookies. Started using it as that, and then my mate hit me up and he's like, "Oh, do you want to do like cookies out of my cafe?" So I started doing that for him, and did a couple. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. He's like, "Oh yeah, just bake like 3 or 4." So I baked 3 or 4 for him, decorate him, do all that shit, and then I go disappear for like an hour because I got to go get a haircut. As I'm coming back to the cafe, he calls me up and he's like, "Man, those 4 just sold out like within like 20 minutes. Can you make some more?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like, all right."
Yeah, narrowed it over.
Maybe that one was better. Maybe the one I had was just no good.
I think with maple bacon like that flavour, it needs to be almost a little bit too savoury.
Yeah.
Because the sweetness of the maple's hell sweet.
Yeah, can you taste the maple? I must have been just out of it this morning because I just couldn't taste the maple enough, or maybe I just tried too much sweet stuff that I was like,
that's a banger.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right, that makes me happy.
How much do you charge for like one of them?
$6 because everyone else in town I think charges about $6.50. Some people charge like $7.
That's pretty legit because that's almost like it's more of a cake.
Yeah.
Like
my aim with those is to like one is enough.
Well, if I smash that whole thing now, I'd be fucked. But like even that they're massive cookies.
Yeah, I want you to have one and be fucking satisfied, and not be like, "Oh, I want something more." You
have like one. A company name for it?
That cookie guy.
That cookie guy.
Literally, I was like, when you're like describing something to someone, you're like, "Oh, you know that guy? You know that guy that does that?"
Funny.
So that was what I was thinking. I'm like, "Oh, that cookie guy."
My cousin's got a camera business, and it was named something, but he changed the name because everyone used to save his name in their phone as Daniel Cameras.
Oh yeah,
because like when you meet someone, you just put their first name and what they do. So he changed his business name to Daniel Cameras.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thought process. I mean, if I could get away with calling it that cookie cunt, I would have. But it's not exactly PC and might upset a few people.
But yeah, that's only like your fucking day job. But besides that, you're throwing hands. You had a fucking rough last fight. You were doing well as well. I was watching it.
I was about to say, like, it's cliche. I keep saying this, but it's fucking cliche to say. I felt like I was doing good until I wasn't.
Yeah, you were, though. That's the thing. But it was perfect. Like,
so good.
It was pretty brutal, too. Like, it was a hectic knockout. To see someone you kind of, like, know get knocked out like that, it was like, fuck.
Well, that's the funny thing, right? To me, it wasn't that bad. Like,
because you just woke up.
Well, like, I'm not trying to talk myself up or anything, but I don't think I actually went out. I think I was pretty aware the whole time. It was more just like the right hand,
the body stopped.
Yeah, like put me on my ass, and I was like, oh, it was more like shock. I'm like, oh shit, what am I doing on my ass? And then I'm trying to get back up, and everyone's like, oh, why'd you like get up like that and turn away? Because like my whole thought process or game plan in the fight was to like stick and move. So instead of like, normally I probably would have got up and just tried to shoot on his legs, but because I was thinking stick and move and I was a bit, fucking disorientated, I was like, all right, get up and just run away from the cunt. And as I've done that, I've just turn me fucking head like an idiot, come back around, and next thing, boom, fucking on my ass again. I'm like, oh shit. But like, again, not being whatever the fucking word is, I don't think I actually went out. Like, I think I was pretty conscious.
You were pretty coherent the whole time. But it was pretty clean. Like, it was pretty clean. But you weren't that deterred, like, after I messaged you after. Yeah. And you weren't like, you obviously were fucking, you'd prefer to win.
Oh, of course.
But you handled the loss pretty well.
Yeah. And I think I attribute that to like seeing a sports.
Is that your first loss?
First loss? Nah, I fucking racked up a few, man.
What's your record?
Don't even want to say, but it's 2-6.
2-6.
Yeah.
Amateur. Oh, amateur doesn't. It's fucking. Do you know what? You'd want all those then because it's just experience in the amateur. All you really trying to get from the amateur leagues is experience.
Like, and it's rough because like that loss is easy to get over because it's clear cut. I fucking lost. I've got a few on my record where they're real close decisions,
toss-ups,
split decisions, and it's like, again, I'm biased, but I feel like I fucking won that. So it's really hard to fucking get over a fight like that because on your record it says loss, but you fucking feel in your heart that you won that fight, and you got every cunt telling you, oh, you won that fight, and it's like, yeah, but it doesn't fucking change what it says on your record.
Yeah,
so
right.
They're the harder ones to get over. This is like, all right, well, I got fucking beat clearly, like. Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do. But it's fucking, it's hard. It's just such a hard sport.
Yeah. It was funny though, because obviously, from my perspective, it didn't feel too bad. But then I've finally, maybe half an hour after the fight, I've actually watched the footage back and I'm like, oh, fuck, that looks pretty rough.
Mm.
Like, I was like, oh, that's a fuck.
Maybe it looked worse than it actually wasn't because it just looked so clean. And it did look like you went out for a little bit, but you did come to really quickly.
Yeah. I watched it and I was like, that's a fucking sick knockout. Like, fuck yeah, he did good. And then the next thought that came to mind was like, oh, fuck, that actually looks pretty bad. So the first thing I did was call me old man and was just like, hey, I'm all good, just so you know.
Yeah. Like, do they watch your fights?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
The whole family watches them.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of gets around it. My dad loves sporting it.
That would have fucking stressed him out a bit.
Oh, fucking oath.
That wasn't in Adelaide, eh? That was in Melbourne.
Sydney.
Sydney.
Fucking Sydney.
Yeah, in the hood.
It was the hood.
Where was it?
In Marrickville.
Oh, yeah, that's the ghetto.
It fucking was the ghetto. So we roll up to the fight show, right? Fucking Sydney is just a backwards fucking place.
It's a jungle.
Yeah. So we roll up, right? And as we get to where it is, we walk underneath this bridge that's all tagged up and whatnot. And then to get to the venue, we walk past a fucking car yard with all dismantled cars and shit. And we're like, where the fuck are we? And then we just rock up to the venue and it just looks sketchy as. Good show though and whatnot, but it's just a fucking sketchy location. And then they had us warming up. They didn't actually have a room for us to warm up. We're warming up out the back. So they got some mats on the ground and we're all warming up out the back. So I had to get my hands wrapped 3 or 4 hours early because Jake, my coach, head coach at Trinity, was like, man, I'm going to run out of light. We're going to have to fucking do this now kind of thing. It was just weird fucking warming up out the back, outside and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked. But yeah, so you haven't gone back to full training yet. You said yesterday you just fucking went back and hit some pads and how'd you feel?
Fucking felt good hitting the bag, but I probably went a little bit hard and I could feel the tiniest headache pop up, just 1 out of 10, and I was like, all right, just bring it back a little bit.
Yeah, you want to rein it in, make sure you're covered. What's it? I don't know. It's so hard because no one really fucking knows. You're probably best having 3 to 6 months off.
Oh fuck, I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to the sports doctor, so I've seen him twice now.
You were saying you see a sports psychologist as well.
Yeah. So that's why I put up a post saying definitely no excuses coming in no excuses to why I lost because I fucking did everything right in my opinion. As in
what do they tell? What do you when you go to a sports psychologist? What kind of shit are you talking about?
Just
the fear of losing.
Yeah, kind of fear of losing, and then just day-to-day stuff training sessions, how to better focus, and I can't really remember any full-on examples, but just they reframe things in a certain way,
almost a bit like hypnotism. There was a guy on Joe Rogan podcast. He's a sports therapist,
Yeah.
but he also does hypnotherapy with sports people, people. And Joe Rogan did a session with him, and he's like, it's fucking legit. Like he just gets in your brain. He kind of reshapes things and makes you think things in different ways.
It's sort of like that a little bit. Like they just give you a different perspective on something. You might think about something in a certain way, and they reframe it in a more. Again, I'm trying to think of an example, but I'm fucking probably still concussed.
Just makes it clear,
just clearer, or just like you might think about something in a negative way, and they reframe it differently, and you're like, oh, and you think about it more positively.
Yeah.
Again, probably a horrible example, but you roughly get what I mean.
You're allowed to have horrible examples.
Yeah,
You got a
I'm the
concussion.
worst at fucking explaining shit normally, like let alone with a fucking concussion.
No,
Most
that's
people
fine.
just like roughly get what I mean. I'm like, yeah, good.
You only need to catch like 6 words out of a 12-word sentence to figure it out.
Yeah, unless you're fucking stupid.
Unless you're stupid. But yeah. So you've come down south. Do you like it down here?
I don't mind it down south. Like, I definitely like coming down to M16 and training and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a good pack of cunts there.
I like going to Port Elliot for fucking the donuts.
Down at Port Elliot Bakery. Do you know what? The donuts are good, but the rest of the shop's not that fucking great.
Nah, it's sort of like there's some alright
Good pie.
stuff.
Do you know where the best fucking pie in South Australia is?
Where? I want to know.
It's an Asian bakery. Para Hills Bakery.
Para Hills.
Have you been there?
I don't think I have.
The Asian one. It's called Para Hills Bakery.
I'm going to go there now.
Fuck, bro. They do like a faux pie. Like a faux pie.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the soup.
I'm down.
They do it in the pie, and they do like a beef brisket pie, but it's like an Asian stew. It's legit. And they got a lobster pie with half a lobster tail, like half a crayfish tail in it. And
you tried that
with
one?
a tom yum, and it's got tom yum. It's fuck.
I'm always skeptical with lobster. Like I want to try it, but I'm like, are they going to fuck it up?
Nah, they are the most legit bakery, and it's fucking cheap. It's cheap. It's like $8 to $12 a pie, but that's pretty cheap. Like it's so good.
I mean, I'd pay that. Like I pay fucking. I go to this place Saturday mornings generally for pastries, and they're like fucking $14 each. They're big fucking pastries, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
What's that called? The Sugar Man or something.
Where's that?
Hut Street.
Hut Street.
He does all like random shit. Like what was it like the other week? He did like a eggplant palm stuffed in a scroll.
Yum.
Just shit like that. Just different shit.
Have you been to that? What is it? Bottega Bandito or that? You know that anchovy bandit?
I don't think I have.
There's that place. I think it's in Prospect. It's like a deli, but like a real nice fucking deli. Like they got nice cured meats and they make sandwiches and shit. But I think there's one. They got another thing in the city now called Bottega something. I don't know. I'm butchering it probably, but they do like legit pastries and stuff. I think too.
Fuck yeah!
There's so much nice food in it. I love a good pastry, but I'm more of a savoury dude. That's why that is so nice. I reckon you nailed it. I'd fucking buy 10 of them.
Fuck.
How will I store these? Are they better in the fridge?
I reckon they're probably best in the fridge.
Yeah. My missus,
yeah.
I'm going to have to leave at least one for my missus.
Yeah, try a bit of the other one. See what you reckon of that one.
Yeah, I will. What's that? Is that like a signature one?
Sort of. Like my signature, the one that I like first kind of nailed was like a choc chip stuffed with brownie. And I went to do that. My mate's like, I'll put marshmallows in there as well. And I'm like, oh, fuck it, all right. And then we end up coating it in white chocolate and putting more marshmallows and like.
It's the fucking texture.
Yeah.
The texture's so good. That's so satisfying. I fucking hate, we were talking about it before, when you bite into a cookie and it's like an Anzac cookie. Like it's real crumbly and shit goes everywhere. This is like doughy.
That's like the like I guess the style is that New York style of cookie.
It's like a cake. And
then like I hate when they don't come out like that, when they cook too long and like people don't understand. I'm fucking
you get so
I'm very
angry,
fucking passionate about fucking cookies, I'll tell you right now. I fucking love cookies. And like the thing that fucking gets me the most is when people call them biscuits. And I'm like, I fucking look at them in the eyes and I'm like, what the fuck did you say? It's a fucking cookie. Like, I like cookies that much.
Next time you're in the cage, look at the bloke and say, what did you just call it? And just put it in your head that he's just calling it a biscuit.
I don't want to get done for fucking manslaughter, you know?
That do you know what? I thought that was going to be hell sweet. It's not.
Which one?
That one. Like, it's no, it's like a nice sweet. It's not sickening.
That's what I'm like trying to work on, not being too sweet.
Yeah,
just
that's
that
not
right balance.
because I don't have a hell sweet tooth. That's like not sickening.
Yeah,
I could eat that. I could eat the whole thing right now.
Did you get a bit of brownie in it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the middle's like real doughy. It's good. That's good shit.
I literally came up with that because the cafe I was working at like a while back, we would like put brownies out, and we'd always like trim the edges to make it look all nice and whatnot. So we'd have all these fucking brownie scraps, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what I can do with these. Like, try and use up wastage and whatnot. And I'm like, fuck it, what if I put them in a cookie? So I started using the scraps, and then I just started actually cutting off some of the brownie, and I make sure. Like what I aim to do is like cook the brownie so it's like just
under.
cooked. Then I dice it up, freeze it, and then I stuff it in the cookie and then put it in the freezer again. So the aim is like when the cookie bakes, the brownie doesn't bake anymore, and it kind of just
It's just defrosts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's all gooey, and then you got that gooey brownie, gooey cookie. You got the fucking best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's fucking legit. Brownie offcuts are like the best treat in the kitchen.
Oh, fucking.
Because I was a chef for like 10 years. And, but like whenever someone bakes a fresh tray of brownies or like any kind of dessert that they have to trim, it's the fucking nicest treat.
Oh, fucking hell.
But you don't work in like did you ever work in kitchens?
Yeah. So I've worked fucking all over the shop. So I started off in Mount Gambier. I'm a fucking meth Gambier boy.
Probably meth addict.
Yeah, proper fucking meth addict, fucking just still tweaking. So I worked down there, worked in a couple of places down there, just a couple of motels, couple of fucking, I worked in RSL for a little bit. Money's fucking great.
Yeah, anywhere
Food shit.
Anywhere with kind of pokies or like anything's good money.
Then ended up moving up to Adelaide and worked all over the shop. Worked at Paisano's little Italian place.
Yeah, nice.
The Warradale. Just so many different little places. Nowhere fucking good though. Because I never kind of backed myself enough to like apply for the big jobs. I always I was so fucking anxious. I was like, oh no, like maybe I'm not good enough. So I never got to work in those, real good places. Because I remember you saying, well, like obviously listening to a few of your podcasts, you worked at what's that place on the Jollies?
I worked at Jollies, and I worked
at a
at
nice place.
I did my apprenticeship. I did the end of my apprenticeship there. I was lucky because I started in a really nice restaurant. I did my apprenticeship in one. So I didn't have that anxiety.
Yeah,
because I was already there.
You're just comfortable with it.
So I was comfortable. But then when I went from Jollies, I went to the Star of Greece in Wollonga. That was killer.
Yeah.
But then when I went from the Star to New South Wales, where I was working in New South Wales, because I got a job offer there, I was like, fuck, this is like a different level. Like it's like going from like Eternals just fucking to the UFC.
Yeah.
And it's just that it was just like, fuck, oh hell, I'm like not. Because I'm not, because I was always used to being like one of the better ones in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But then now I was like the shittest one in the. Oh, I wasn't shit, but I was not.
I know what you mean. Though.
I wasn't the best one there anymore.
Yeah.
Like all these dudes worked in 3 Michelin-starred restaurants in Europe and shit.
They just knew so much.
And they're
shit.
just so good, and it was such a different style of cooking because it was real fucking technical.
Yeah.
Like it was real. It was more like engineering sometimes than it was cooking, and it was real prep heavy.
Yeah.
Like we would get there fucking and prep for like 6 hours, and service would be really easy.
Yeah,
but it's always the prep. The prep was always the hardest part. Yeah,
I don't know if that's worse or better.
It's a really cool experience, but it almost takes the cooking out of cooking. Like it's more like time management.
Yeah,
like you have to just manage your time exceptionally.
Mine's fucking average.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not like some kitchens you can just fucking wing it and it'll be fine. You can and then there's some kitchens where if you wing it, you're just going to be in fucking shit.
And that's kind of my style. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit like unrefined.
You have to be a cowboy though. Like you need a cowboy in the team because like you need one dude that's a cowboy because they make shit happen. Like a lot of the time.
Fucking oath.
Yeah. We used to have this fucking dude. He's one of the best chefs I know too. He owns one of the best restaurants in Australia at the moment in Canberra.
Fuck.
He used to come in and do rock star shifts at a restaurant where I started my apprenticeship. His name's Willie. And he used to work with all the boys at the restaurant at another restaurant. So when we needed someone, he'd come in. Yeah. This fucking bloke was such a cowboy. Like you'd be like, what is he doing? But he'd get everything done. Like, and you turn around, you'd be like, "Have you done that yet?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I've done everything." But he does things in the weirdest and just most unorganized way. But it would all get done, and it would all get done fabulously. And then he moved to Sydney, and I got the job in Sydney because of him.
Oh, sick.
So he's just kept leveling up, and he's not obviously a cowboy anymore. But he was like, he's just unorganized, like
Chaos.
like, but organized chaos.
Yeah, that's the word.
I was looking for. He's
organized
just
chaos.
yeah, so Wilson, if you're listening to this, I'm not giving you shit. You're one of the best chefs I know. But
he just had that weird style.
Just so
that
chaotic, but it all worked perfect. And he's real refined and shit now. He's like honed in heaps because he's been doing it for so long. But yeah, he owns a restaurant, or is a part owner of a restaurant in Canberra called Otis, and they're fucking legit.
I have to look that up. I think I'm just a bit like I just rush. I'm impatient. So I kind of like
do you have anxiety? Do you get anxiety?
Yeah, mad anxiety. Like when I first moved up to Adelaide, like from Mount Gambier, like it was fucking so bad. Like I tell this story all the time. It's like it took me, I think, 3 to 4 months to get a haircut because I was so fucking anxious of just going into a fucking hairdresser's. I was like, the thought of going.
What age did you move here?
Fucking 19.
By yourself?
End up living with some mates. But I was just that fucking anxious. The thought of going into a hairdresser's and like talking to the fucking chicks and whatnot, I was so fucking anxious about it. It just took me forever to do it. Yeah.
And now you're doing like podcasts and fucking fighting in a cage in front of people.
Yeah. Oh, that shit's easier. Violence is fucking way easier. I'm way more comfortable with
Did you
violence.
grow up rough up there? Or everyone grew up probably rough in Mount Gambier?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm probably getting a few blues here and there.
Yeah.
Talk a bit of shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucking hectic up there though, isn't it? Do you go back ever?
Yeah, I try to go back a lot more now. Like I used to hate going back.
Is your family still up there?
Yeah. So I used to hate going back. Just for some reason, I just had like a kind of an issue with the town. And now my brother's had 3 fucking little boys. He's just pumping out fucking kids. Like I said, you're either meth addict down there or you're having fucking kids. Or fucking both. But so he's got 3 little boys now. And I think he's got a 4th on the way. So like I started trying to come down back more just to hang out with them, and you know, like I'll come down for the weekend, take him off his hands, go just do shit with him and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you know, they got like a boxing gym down there now, and a fucking jiu-jitsu gym. So I've got something to do when I'm down there. That's what I hated before, is like I'd have nowhere to train.
Is it as bad as it was back then? It was probably worse.
I don't know. Like it seems pretty chill. I just don't really go out
because I look at property a lot because I'm always looking for an acreage. I want to buy an acreage somewhere. And around Mount Gambier and shit, there's always dope little blocks everywhere. But it's like then you're in Mount Gambier.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah. And there's fuck all to do up there, apparently.
There's just not. That's why I like that they have like a boxing gym and a jiu-jitsu gym now, because like that's what I like to do. I like to train. I feel uncomfortable if I don't train. That's why these last 2 weeks have been fucking hell.
Yeah.
But like, so it's good they've got that down there. But other than that, there's fuck all to do. I mean, you go see the Blue Lake and it's pretty nice, you know. Other than that, like, what are you doing?
Smoking crack.
Smoking crack. Getting in fucking blues. Going to the fucking pub. I can't just love getting in punch-ons down there.
Yeah.
Like, literally last time I went to the pub, I was there for like 5 minutes and the cunts were just going at each other.
As soon as they see your cauliflower ears are a target, because as soon as people see cauliflower ears, you got some fucking roughies, eh? I got the tiniest little piece of a cauliflower and I think that I'm the sickest cunt.
It's good and bad. Generally,
the fuck you hearing?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't really notice, but I mean, I probably can't hear as well as most people. It's annoying with the fucking earpods trying to put them in.
I was going to say you wouldn't be able to wear them, eh?
Oh, I can jam them in, but it's fucking painful sometimes.
Apparently those Raycon ones are good for collies.
Fuck, I have to look them up.
Raycons, yeah. Apparently they're pretty chill for cauliflower ears.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've made them specific because there's a lot of cunts with them or like... But yeah.
I'm going to have to look them up because I wear the little ones at work and put like fucking my beanie on or some shit so no cunt knows I'm fucking wearing earphones.
People are fucking crazy though. They see people with like collies and they think it's like a challenge. Like, and then they start shit. And I remember once I got into a punch on and I got belted. This was years ago. It was on one of my birthdays, maybe 19th birthday. I was at the Grand. And we got into a scuffle. These fucking cunts were this tall. They were so small. They were shorter than me.
Yeah.
And there was 2 of them. And I was with my mate. He was a pretty big dude. And I was like, I beat these cunts up. And we went around the side of the Grand. And all I remember was like, all right, was squaring up, and then I just looked at his ears, and he had the full fucking collies like around here. And as soon as I seen those, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get knocked out. And as soon as I thought that, this little cunt whipped his leg up to my head and cracked me right in the side of the fucking head. And I like flash knockout, hit the floor. As soon as I hit the floor, I woke back up and jumped back up. Cops are running at me because I'm the only wog.
Yeah, you're ethnic, bro. You're fucked.
So the cops start running, and I fucking bolted. And I was like, oh my God, these cops are actually fit. Like, they were pretty fit dudes. And I'm like, I'm fucked. So I just got on the ground, put my hands on my back, and I was like, don't fuck me up. Don't fuck me up. And I must have pissed them off because I ran so far. So one of them's come in and jumped and fucking flung his knee into my head. And one of them wailed on me a little bit, got a black eye. And I was like, it's my birthday. Just don't take me to... You've gotten, like, your punches in now. Just don't fucking arrest me. And they were like, grabbed my ID, and they were like, okay, you're going to need stitches, though.
That's fucking rough, though. Like, driving
fair enough. I shouldn't have ran, but...
I mean, you'd already been fucking knocked out, though. You know?
I would have loved to have seen that from a bird's eye view. It would have been fucking hilarious.
It would have been fun. See, I get lucky as most people... I don't think I've really had anyone try and start on me because of my cauliflower ears. It's been actually quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Fucking... So I'll be walking down Hindley Street. You know, people give you they give you a dirty look or some shit. So generally, like, what will happen is they'll look at me, then they'll look at my ears, and they'll fucking look away. And I'm like, yeah, that's all right.
I can't see walking down Hindley Street now. When I was like, when I was 18 to like 24, 22, I used to walk down there and just think nothing, like 3 a.m, off my head, drunk. And I'd walk the whole thing, walk around the city by myself. Now it sketches me.
Yeah.
Like walking down Hindley Street at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, I couldn't think of anything fucking worse because I'm just waiting for someone to fucking do something stupid. Always. It's just a fucking jungle.
Oh, fucking oath. I don't mind it though. I don't really go out much, but I'll like maybe walk through the city to go somewhere. I don't give a fuck.
I went to the Seaford Tab last night, and that place is a fucking zoo. It's just a zoo. There's
Seaford.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, like I'm almost 30, but I was looking at these, especially the females. They look like kids.
I hate it.
Like they're all 18 or whatever. But
Maybe.
Like, am I that old? But even like the boys, like they just look so young. It's like, fuck, am I that old? Are they just looking younger, or am I fucking just too old?
Oh, they look fucking young as at the moment.
They're just animals. Like you watch them and they're just fucking full of cum and fucking pingers.
I can't fucking handle being around young cunts.
It's too much, eh?
Off.
It's stressful as fuck.
Yeah, I normally get hit up. So with my colleagues, I normally get hit up in the fucking toilet. So I'll be taking a piss in the fucking urinal and someone will stand next to me and they're like, oh, so do you do rugby? And it's like, do I look like I do rugby? I'm fucking tiny, mate. It's like, oh, you one of them fighters? I'm like, yeah. And then like generally they just have a fucking conversation in the toilet as I'm taking a piss.
Do you know
Always happens.
What's fucking worse is people teach these fucking 18-year-olds to fight from a young age now. So they're fucking, they're wild and fucking reckless.
Yeah.
And you'd never know. Some kids are the most savage cunts and you just wouldn't know. Luke Vidler.
Yeah.
Luke Vidler is the epitome of someone that doesn't look like he could fight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, no disrespect to him. He looks a nice...
He looks like a really nice, fucking well-educated kind of dude. Like Matthew Stevens, he looks like a savage.
Yeah,
he's built,
yeah.
Like, he's built well, but he's very educated. Luke kind of looks like just like a normal dude.
Plays video games.
Just plays video games, pretty smart, like he's funny. But then he'll just throw a triangle on you and put you to sleep. It's crazy.
Good example of that is... I don't know if you would have heard of them, but the twins from our gym, Levi and Mason.
No, I've never seen. Are they young?
Oh, fuck. I keep thinking they're young, but I'm pretty sure they're like... I keep thinking they're 18, but they're like 23 or 24 now.
Still young.
Still young, though, but like... And no disrespect, boys, at all, but like they look like... You look at them, they don't look threatening at all. They look like just quiet, kind of nerdy kids. They'll fuck you up. I mean, like after this, look up fucking Levi's fights. I think he's had one kickboxing fight, almost knocked the dude out. That went the distance. Then he's had 2 MMA fights. Knocked the guy out in like 40 seconds for his first one. And then his second fight, he subbed the guy in about 2 minutes or something. So he's a fucking killer. But he just doesn't look threatening at all. Like maybe a little bit more now because they've like put on a bit of size. They've hit the weights. But before that, they just look like two quiet kids that are fucking harmless, but they are killers.
That's like, have you seen that picture of Justin Gaethje?
Yeah.
with like the glasses and
Yeah.
shit. There's a Twitter post of this girl posting a video of him in a fight, and he looks like a savage. And she wrote, "All I want is a man like this, or a guy like this." And Justin Gaethje's profile pictures him with fucking glasses, and he's a bit cross-eyed, and he looks like a geek. and he wrote on it, "I am that. Like I'm a guy like that."
I wonder if that's real though.
I think it is.
Is it actually real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and-
You never know with the internet.
And she's like, "Oh," she's like, "No," and he's like, "I'm literally that guy," but he looks like such a fucking geek.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the photo. He looks like a fucking
And
nerd.
like you see these pictures of these UFC fighters where they're just hell fucking just
Brandon Moreno
Brandon Moreno
with
or
his Lego.
Stipe Miocic. Like there's a picture of him like just in his dad gear, like just
Yeah,
being a dad, and it's like that's one of the baddest men on the fucking planet.
Or like you see that, I think it was like a photo of Daniel Cormier at the beach,
Yeah,
and he's just a massive
Just
cunt
a
and
savage.
just does not look threatening at all.
it's very rare that you get people that look like Francis Ngannou who fit the part. Like
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
as good as he looks, or like Alistair Overeem when he was on fucking 45 meals of test a week.
Isn't he back on it? Didn't he win his?
Yeah, he won. I think he's going to do an MMA return.
Fuck, hopefully not.
Oh,
I think he's done.
if they let him fucking
Oh, if they let him,
if they
yeah.
let
If he goes to, if they
I don't know, one test now. I think
do they? They should.
Nah, I don't
Come
think
on, Warren,
it's
don't
very
test.
well. I think they did once, and then they lost like 30 people. But Bellator's, I think, pretty loose with it too.
Yeah, go to Bellator. Or go to what's it fucking called?
Ryzen.
Ryzen. That's one. I'd love to fight
I'm pretty
on that.
sure Ryzen tell you to.
Yeah, because isn't it the old Pride guy?
Yeah,
So they're like, yeah, take
I
drugs.
think so. But I think it's like, yeah, just fucking take it. Like they're all massive there.
Yeah, why not?
And in
might
one
as well have
FC.
a league where you can take it and see what happens.
I just don't think there's that much of a problem with it if everyone can do it.
Yeah,
Because then it'll give longevity to fighters, but then you don't really want people fighting into their 40s. If you could take steroids, Anderson Silva would still be in the UFC.
yeah, fucking no.
Yeah. He's fighting on Monday.
Is it Monday?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was.
Sunday, but Monday.
Oh, okay. Because I swear I saw the weigh-ins just before. So
But-
it's wait. Oh yeah, that's Monday. Yeah.
So I think they're fighting Sunday night in America, so it'll be like Monday, Arvo, Monday morning here.
I have no idea how that's going to go. I'm
Oh,
assuming fucking Silver fucks him up. But you
Really?
never know.
I think Jake Paul's going to fucking belt
You
him.
reckon?
Yeah. I don't know.
I just haven't watched enough. I don't think I've even watched the Woodley fight, so I got no idea what his hands are like.
That cunt is so athletic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He used to wrestle. Was that what his? Was
His
that
brother,
his brother?
him and his brother, but they're
Yeah,
both genetic fucking specimens. Like they're both freaks, but he's so athletic and he is rich and doesn't need to have work, so he's just training.
He can put all that time into training.
He doesn't need to do anything but train. He's fucking jacked. He's probably on a bit of test. Like
Fuck it, why not?
he's 24.
Yeah, he's only 24.
He's fucking young, dude.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah, he's a young cunt. He's real young. He's like 24, 25. I don't even think his older brother's 30.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And they're just rolling in cash.
How old is it? Yeah, he's fucking.
Look
He's
it up.
worth millions. Where
You
Jamie?
get yourself a Jamie.
I fucking need a Jamie.
I think like you need like a little ethnic kid or something named
A
Hernandez.
Mexican. A Mexican.
Yeah, a little Mexican kid. He doesn't speak fuck all English.
I
Just
was-
in the back over there.
I was gonna do a podcast today. Oh fuck! I was gonna do one after this, and I was gonna dress up as I was either gonna dress up as the Queen,
Oh fuck.
And-
Yeah.
or for a Halloween special, or I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
gonna dress up as that. You know that Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, every cunt keeps talking about him.
I was gonna dress up as his wife, Ghislaine Maxwell, and I was gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna have my little cage there, my little dog cage with like one of my mates in it, but I couldn't find anyone to go in the cage, so we had to cancel it. Jake Paul is
That's funny as.
Jake Paul's fucking age. 25. What a fucking cunt.
Fuck that
What's
cunt.
his net worth?
Fucking
What are you
heaps.
guessing?
Too much. I wouldn't even fucking be able to hazard a guess because it's fucking US money.
Jake Paul's net worth is fucking Jake Paul's net worth is 30 million.
I was about to say 20 just then.
Those cunts are real asset rich though. Like
Yeah,
you look at their cash, but then they got like fucking like that Logan Paul has like a Gatorade company like that Prime that drink.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Smart then.
So
Yeah.
he's made like a drink. It's like the Gatorade, but it's called Prime,
Yeah.
and it's fucking huge. I'm pretty sure the UFC's gonna like partners with it or gonna be partners with it, and they're big into crypto and shit.
So they're being smart with their money and they're investing it, trying to fucking do shit with it.
Oh, they must have really fucking good people around them, like advising them. But they seem like they're pretty smart. Like Logan has a fucking heap successful podcast and stuff as well.
I think I've watched like one episode of it, so I can't be that good.
Yeah, I don't watch it. I don't really listen to. I don't have time to listen to many podcasts. I broke my fucking AirPods again, and that's how I listen to my podcast, like throughout the day.
Yeah, well, my fucking earphones got stolen, so
yeah, your car got. How early in the morning?
Well, I fucking woke up for work at like 4:30, went out to my car, and then fucking windows smashed. I'm like, fuck. Worst. Like one of the worst parts about it is like I had a bag of fucking clothes right where that window was, so all the fucking glass has gone through my clothes. I'm probably wearing fucking glass right now.
That's so rough.
But it's funny. So they took me laptop. I don't really give a fuck about that because the fucking keyboard's broken. So I was going to get a new one anyway. But they took me work bag. So that had me work, like swipe card to get into work. Had me fucking mouth guard in there, which is the dentist one.
The mouth guard. Before the podcast, he was fucking going on about the mouth guard, eh?
Because it's just inconvenient. You got to go in there. They got to put fucking shit in your mouth, you know.
Yeah, I fucking hate that.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay him fucking way too much money for it. Like I reckon I got gypped, and I think I paid like $250 or something.
I think
ridiculous.
they're about 200 or 150, fucking something like that.
It was something
Everything's
stupid.
expensive.
And then I'm pretty sure headphones got stolen as well. There's probably some other shit I haven't even realized. Funniest thing is they went through me fucking glove box, right? To, like, to see if there's anything in there. I had like 4 packs of Pokemon cards for my nephews sitting in there. No. They didn't steal them.
Oh, really?
So it mustn't have been a kid because, didn't steal the fucking Pokemon cards.
It mustn't have been a smart cunt. Some of those are worth money.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Fucking worst thing as well. I finally, for the fight, splashed out for some glasses, $100 is like probably not much for most people, but for me, like I'm the kind of guy that will wear servo sunnies. So I spent $100 on a fucking cool pair of sunnies. They got fucking pinched as well. I was like,
obviously don't have insurance.
Nah. Do I look like I have insurance?
Nah.
Fuck no.
I remember once I used to park when I lived at Hallett Cove, we had a massive driveway. Like it was huge. And I never used to lock my car ever. And a lot of my friends, they were fucking starting to become crackheads. Like they were all fucking crackheads. A lot of them like just kept partying too hard. Like they went from pingers.
We all know a couple.
And like we stopped talking and stuff. And then everyone knew I used to fucking just leave everything in my car.
Yeah.
Like I used to have those Beats by Dre headphones.
That's what I had.
I used to have like my glasses, like my nice glasses. I used to leave fuck ton of money in my car, like cash. I just used to leave cash in my car.
Yeah.
Everything, clothes. There was thousands of dollars worth of shit in that car, and I never used to lock it because you would need to know my car was there and know it was open to be fucked walking up there to steal it.
Yeah.
And like we were moving out of that house, and the week we were moving out, I was half asleep and I went to open my door to go to work in the morning, and I just was grabbing air because my door was already open. I was like, fuck.
What's happened here?
They rolled me for so much money, but they took my bank card and they went to the BP up the road and pay waved like $150 worth or $200 worth of shit. And I had seen it on my phone, and I went to the BP and I'm like, can you show me the footage? And they're like, no. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I have the time of that.
Yeah.
And then I went to the cop shop and I'm like, I've solved it for you. Like, you just need to go to this BP. This. And they were like, we'll get around to it. And I was like, you're not going to fucking do it. I was like, I literally did your job for you.
Yeah.
I've figured I solved the crime. Like, you just have to go to this fucking
literally
BP.
would have taken them 2 minutes.
But they can't be fucked.
Did they ever do anything about it? Fucking, that's the easiest thing to solve.
No. But a lot of things that I allegedly got stolen from my car probably weren't, and I got paid for them. So
fucking good on you.
I fucking had to brought someone.
Well, that's it. I mean, someone needs to pay.
But fuck, I lost in the end because I used to get paid cash back then.
Oh yeah.
So I always had cash.
Yeah.
I always used to leave it in my car, and I never had an issue. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's so you feel dirty when your car gets broken into.
Oh, fucking
You
oath.
feel like someone's just fucking raped you or something. Like you feel just so dirty. You're
Especially
like,
when there's
"Ugh."
fucking glass everywhere. That was the worst part. Like, another worst part is like cleaning up all that fucking glass.
Someone else's fucking mess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hate it. Clean up someone else's fucking mess.
Yeah, it's
So
fucking
they had to
shit.
vacuum all that up and then, getting the thing fucking replaced. That wasn't cheap either. 'Cause
Oh,
one
did
of
you
those-
replace your window? You're still
Yeah.
gaffer taping it.
No, I figured I should replace it just in case. But it's like, apparently, yeah, because it was like one of the smaller ones and they're apparently the more expensive ones.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I wish this cunt had just fucking knocked on the door and been like, hey, I'm going to steal your shit. I'm like, fuck, here, have me laptop. Just don't fucking smash me window and steal me glasses.
Oh, you
cunt.
probably wouldn't. It probably wouldn't have went that way. It probably would. It was probably
probably
a
would
crackhead.
have cracked him, but oh well.
Yeah, that's fuck. Wait, so that was at Trinity.
Yeah, yeah.
And what suburbs Trinity? In OG Road. It's on OG Road.
Clemsy.
There's some fucking people say the south's a fucking sketchy area. The north and the northeast, like
Oh.
those areas are fucked.
Yeah, definitely.
There's weird motherfuckers everywhere.
Oh, there is weird motherfuckers. Because I've lived all over Adelaide. So when I first moved to Adelaide, I lived in Elizabeth Downs.
That's fucking
Yeah, that's sketchy.
That's
then
the
I went to
place.
fucking Salisbury North. That's
Another
fucking-
ghetto.
Yeah, another ghetto. Then I went to. You might not have heard this one, Tranmere.
nah.
Nah, that's right next to McGill. That wasn't too bad.
McGill's fucking gangster, isn't it?
Nah, McGill's like the nice.
Yeah, McGill's gangster. Like it's nice there.
Oh yeah, it's
Where's
nice. there.
what's the suburb called?
Tranmere?
Tranmere.
Yeah, like transvestite.
Never heard it.
Yeah, it's
That
yeah.
would
No
be
one
alright
ever.
then.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I lived in a fucking old wog house that was like falling apart.
Yeah,
Like full.
made of stone.
Yeah, falling apart. There was like cracks in the walls. Like
Be
it was-
worth fucking $9 million.
oh, it would have been worse so much. But I think it was like condemned sort of thing. Like as in there was cracks starting to pop
That's
under the
fucked.
walls. Like the fucking electricity would go out all the time. Like, but we got it cheap, so fuck it.
Have you ever lived down here?
Closest I've lived to down here is I think Morpheville.
Morpheville. It's fucking nice down here. The beaches are nice. The people are pretty chill. Everyone's fucking stoned all the time, so everyone's real docile.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's good. But then you go down to like Seaford and you catch like some chlamydia or something.
Yeah.
M16. It's pretty rough up there.
Well, I mean, you got the fucking Emu Hotel around here. That's a bit.
Yeah, how
fucking
do you know
sketchy.
the emu?
So,
That's the first thing you said when you found out I lived here.
yeah,
That's
I
a
was like,
fucking
fucking
pit.
emu. So, one of my old bosses, like he was the the executive chef at the racecourse,
Yeah.
and like I knew him from Matt Gambier. He was like my head chef for ages. Like I've known him for like 10 years. Grew up with him. He used to live. Fuck, I wonder how close. He probably lived around the corner from here, like somewhere along here. He used to live. So I'd come and see him sometimes. Get on the piss and be like, he's like, let's go to the Emu. So I've probably been there 3 or 4 times.
It's the worst pub.
And it's a fucking sketchy as fuck
It's the
pub with
worst
some fucking
pub.
sketchy looking motherfuckers.
The only reason you go to the Emu is if you get banned from like other pubs around the area, or you are on meth and want to play pokies. That's the only reasons you go there. It's so fucking bad.
Oh, it is.
We got some
Reminds me
gangster
of Matt
pubs. Though.
Gambier.
We got some gangster pubs up here. We got like the Woodcroft's good,
Yeah, yeah.
and the one down the road, Mick O'Shea's, that's pretty good. The Seaford Tab's like it's good, but Seaford Tab's a good day drinking spot. But besides that, it's a shithole.
Yeah, no good.
Yeah. Pub's a pub though. Just depends who you go with.
Fucking Mount Gambier's full of them. Well, I think
Is
we're
it?
like, it's a pretty small town. I can't remember the fucking population. Maybe it's 30,000. I'm probably wrong. But there's like 12 fucking pubs. There's more pubs than anything fucking else in that fucking place.
No shit.
There's just pubs everywhere.
Is there? No, there wouldn't be a lot of miners and shit there, would there?
Nah,
It's
what
too
are they
far
called?
away.
Fucking, what is it called? Mill workers.
Oh, there's mill workers.
Yeah. Well, I think there is. I can't remember if I think they sold it to the Chinese, so I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Mm.
But there used to be heaps of mill workers. There might be still now.
Yeah, that's why everyone smokes crack. Any kind of town that relies on like mill work and shit, just factory kind of like jobs.
It wasn't too bad when I was living there, and then I fucking left, come up to Adelaide, whatnot, and then I remember coming back after like a year or two, and then my mates are just telling me, or my family telling me like, yeah, everyone's a fucking crackhead now. I'm like, what the fuck? Like heaps of cunts that I knew were just fucking crackheads.
I
I'm
heard
like,
the other day it's like the meth capital of the world almost. But
of the world.
Yeah,
Fuck, I
don't
thought
know
it was just Australia.
I don't know how true that is, but I know that meth is really bad in Australia in general.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me because there's fucking crackheads everywhere. When you leave here to go to the shop later,
yeah.
Christie's Beach is supposed to be like a decent area. but the beach is nice. Like some people are nice there, but the fucking crackheads is out of control. We had this cunt come in the other night. We were closed. Everything was off, and we got a lot of young staff, like a lot of young girls work for me.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're very young, they're petite, like they look young, and they're fucking harmless. And even the boys, they're pretty young boys. They're not fighters either. They just look like normal lads. And this fucking crackhead walks in and starts. I'm out the back having a cigarette, and they're like, Sav, you're going to need to come out the front. There's a crackhead threatening to kill everyone. I was like, what do you mean? And this
Sounds
bloke,
like a party.
This bloke was fucking screaming at the top of his lungs. There's a trolley in the shop. And he's like, I'm going to fucking kill all of you. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was just I was like, what's going on? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. But you get used to him.
That's hospitality, man.
Oh, but fucking meth, it's crazy. They're everywhere. There's just crackheads everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it bad up like Clemzig and like near Trinity and shit? Or obviously you got broken into.
Oh, I fucking got broken into or something.
But do they come out in public?
I don't feel like I see too many of them around the area.
That's a thing in like Christie's and these areas, you fucking see them.
Yeah. Like I feel like there's certain areas where you kind of.
You would have seen a few in like Elizabeth and shit.
Like you see them around, and then there's areas where they are, but like it's like they just come out at fucking night.
Yeah, they come out like they're vampires. Like they fucking sleep during the day, and then they'll come out at night, fucking get their fucking
sketchy cunts. Like in Mount Gambier, it's funny as well because like meth capital, and whatnot. But you don't really see any of the cunts walking around.
It's because they're fucking sleeping when you're awake.
Yeah, fucking sleeping. But then it's funny, like you go somewhere like Sydney. Like going to Sydney for the fight, and there's just cunts fucking all around, and they're just talking to themselves, and I fucking love it. It's funny.
It's sketchy.
It's bad, but
fuck though. Some parts of Sydney is so sketchy. When I lived there, I was like, this place is just it's a fucking jungle.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can't there's some real sketchy motherfuckers there too. Like some real sketchy cunts.
Oh, I can imagine.
Depending what area you go to. If you go to like the western suburbs of Sydney and shit, people walk around. You can't even fucking look at them without there being like a problem. Like, and people aren't polite there. I remember I asked a cunt.
Yeah, that's right. They're rude cunts over there.
I asked a cunt for directions once when I was in the CBD.
Yeah.
Because their city's just fucking horribly planned out. They just put shit everywhere. And
it makes no fucking sense to me.
You can't navigate it at all.
I don't like it.
And I asked a cunt where, I think it was a Myers. I asked someone where something was. And he was just like, do I have fucking time for that? And then he just walked off and I was like, mate, what the fuck?
That's the one thing I absolutely fucking
just
hate.
Getting belittled.
Rude cunts.
Yeah.
It's people that talk down to you.
It's like you're not that busy.
Like you'd get it a whole bunch, I'm guessing, at the shop. You get rude cunts coming in.
You get them, but thankfully we're busy enough now where I can just say fuck off. Like I don't care.
Love that.
Like, we don't really let people be rude to us.
I fucking love
especially
that.
Especially because it's a family business. So I don't have a boss. So like if you're going to be rude to staff or to me, like just because you're giving me $6 or $5 doesn't mean you can talk to me in any certain kind of way.
That is how it should fucking be.
Yeah,
I hate rude fucking customers.
Especially when people, even if you're dropping fucking $1,000 at a restaurant, you're not paying for the ownership of the person. You're paying for a fucking service.
And you are not entitled to be a rude fucking cunt.
Not at all.
I hate it. Like even when you go to like a Macca's. And you get someone being rude to being a fucking pig to the fucking chick out like at the counter.
Did you see that video of that crazy bitch at McDonald's the other day in Adelaide?
No, I don't know if I have.
She fucking went mental. It was one of the boys that works for me. He knows her. She went fucking mental. I don't know if she was off her head. She just jumped the counter and started screaming at everyone and like losing it. And the poor manager, he's a bloke, like an Indian bloke. He like didn't even touch her. He's like put his hand on her shoulder and kind of just said, "Can you please go on?" And she's like, "You fucking hit me, you Indian cunt!" And it's insane.
He should have a free pass to just headbutt.
Just the cunt. Fucking headbutt the cunt. Every now and then, bitch. A bit of like just 2 out of 10 girls need a fucking smack in the head. Every now and then.
Fucking every now and again. Someone needs to get
just
smack in the head.
Two. I've seen a couple girls in town that have thought that they could talk to people a certain way and they've been fucking floored. And as soon as they get floored, their tune changes so much. I'm not advocating to fucking hit women, by the way. Not at all. It's disgusting, but it's fucking hilarious when you see a girl who thinks because she's a girl, she'll go up to the wrong guy who doesn't care, and she'll push the button until he presses hers, and she's fucking done.
Yeah. And again, don't agree with it. Violence against women, not a fucking about it. Kind of, I grew up with a bit of that bullshit and whatnot. So not good, but like, again, I hate it when there's a girl that will just like
antagonize.
Because
you're going to find that, well, if you keep pushing it, you're going to find the cliff one day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can even see it with some of like friends or acquaintances and like people with their like fucking relationships and stuff. You just keep pushing that bloke. You keep pushing him and pushing him and pushing him. And one day, you're going to find the end of the fucking line, and he's going to punch you in the head.
And then again, he shouldn't do it, but fucking some people just can't control it.
But then it's going to be his fault.
Yeah, no, that's a problem.
After fucking copping it for so long, he's going to fucking snap one day and kick you in the fucking head, or like punch you, or push you too hard into a fucking wall and knock you out.
And then he's going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Cops are going to fuck him up, and then everyone just hears... don't agree with it, but like everyone just hears that side of the story and they're like, that guy's a fucking scumbag.
It just works both. Like, there's domestic violence and fucking, like, or not even domestic violence. Like, girls can be cunts too.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I would say it is males being fucking pigs.
Oh, it's fucking oath.
But there is those fucking girls that do that domestic abuse shit, and it's fucking sketchy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, like you see it mostly in town. You get that chick that just thinks she can. And again, don't agree with her getting hit. But like, they will just push the button on blokes. And there's just some blokes out there that don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm not going to fucking hit a chick. Like,
but there's some blokes that will.
Yeah.
There was, oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to fucking say now. There was, oh fuck, keep going. I'll think of it.
Or like,
nah, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say.
I fucking hate that.
Oh, mate, it was on the cusp too, and it was brilliant.
You got it in your head, and then it just fucking
it's just gone.
Story of my fucking life.
It's just gone. Maybe
especially when I'm teaching a class or something, I'll be like, going to explain something, and then it's gone. And I'm like, fuck, now I look like a fucking idiot.
Oh, when you're teaching, that would be the way. Does it get packed at Trinity?
Up and down. Like, I had some...
I think COVID's done that for most gyms.
So I had some like real good nights where... Like when I was taking the Monday night striking class, just like fundamental striking and whatnot, I'd get some good nights where, what was it? Like I'd get like over 20 people or something, which is not too bad.
Mm.
And then you get some nights where there's just like 10. It's just so up and down.
Mm.
For a while, I had it going good, and we'd have at least 20 people most nights on a Monday night.
Just hold that thought. I just got to quickly run inside and get the charger for this because I forgot to get the charger. Just give me 1 sec.
So we're going solo right now. What the fuck is going on? I don't know if he's gonna fucking hear this, but there's little kids fucking around the market. Being little sketchy cunts. Can you hear that? The fucking kids?
No, what they do?
I don't know. I just can hear kids in the fucking earphones, and it's just freaking me out.
Oh, they're over there.
Oh, you can actually hear them. It's not me just hearing things. I haven't lost the plot. Fuck, imagine that. I'm just losing it. I think I can fucking, hear shit and whatnot.
I learnt my lesson last week. That thing fucking died on me.
Yeah?
Oh, I haven't ran that far.
I was actually fucking pretty surprised with the podcast. So, like, initially, I think a couple of months back you followed me and I saw it and I was like, oh, yeah, another fucking podcast. Like no disrespect. I was just like, no.
fucking thousands.
Another fucking podcast. Oh, yeah, cool, whatever. And then when you started actually posting the little clips of the show and whatnot, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not too fucking bad. And I think I was at work or something and I was looking for a fucking podcast because I need something to fucking listen to because I want to kill time at work. I think you posted one with Luke Fiddler.
Yeah.
So, I've trained with Luke Fiddler, know him like decently well. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a listen. I'm like, yeah, it's not too bad. It's fucking, pretty good podcast. And then I started like watching a couple of the episodes or listening to a couple of the episodes. I'm like, this is fucking not bad, actually.
Yeah. See, Luke was like my second one.
Well, actually, it's funny because I listened to like the second one with him and then I listened to the first
Oh,
one. with him.
really?
Yeah. And then I started I'm like, oh, he probably just interviews like fighters. And then I actually started going through. I'm like, fuck, you actually got a different, like quite a range of different people. Like,
yeah, I try to. No, a lot of the people I know and a lot of the people I like talking to are fighters.
yeah.
But like I love talking to anyone. I could talk to anyone as long as they got a story or they're not fucking brain dead, or they can.
Well,
like,
I'm brain dead.
yeah, but you're a fighter at least.
yeah.
Oh, as long as if someone wants to hang out and they can drink a fuck ton of piss, I'll just talk because they're the funnest. I find my funnest podcasts are just with random mates.
Yeah.
Like I've had so much fun just fucking do it. Oh, I fucking knew you were going to grab that can. I dropped that one before. I wasn't going to put it in there. Fuck.
Damage.
No, it's fine. This table's bulletproof.
Should we test it?
Yeah.
Where
It's dog proof. My dog took out the fucking corner of
Fuck
it.
yeah.
Yeah. The funnest podcast I've had was when just me and a mate have gotten like blackout drunk.
Yeah, which one was that?
Oh, there's been a fucking 3 or 4 of them. Usually with my mate Tom.
Tom.
Tom is. I just call him Tom.
Is he from the gym?
No, he's just a dude.
Yeah.
And if I just get it like my mate Jacob, we just went to his bar before he opened it.
Yeah,
and we got fucking hammered. And I was at the bar last night and we were talking about it. The issue with that podcast was we had a piss break, but when we went for a piss break, we had like 6 or 7 more drinks because we forgot we were doing a podcast. And then we were like, oh, fuck. So we went back on and we were like on autopilot. We did not know what we were talking about. And it's fucking hilarious.
Fuck, I reckon I'll listen to that one. But I'll listen to that one at work. And
some of them are a lot better to watch. Some are only, like most of them I make like just for like listening. But some of them are fun to watch.
I got to actually go back and watch them. But generally what I do at work is like, because I'm in like the factory making the fucking submarine batteries.
You got
and whatnot.
your earphones in?
Oh yeah, so So I was like, I thought you were talking about now.
Oh no,
but yeah, like so I try and jam my earphones in. So I'm in this because I was in this area where I'm like, I don't know if you saw it on my story a couple of weeks back. I'm in like the full fucking hazmat suit. So when I have that on, you can't see my ears. So I'll fucking put the earpods in and just listen to fucking music as I'm doing shit. Or, podcasts. Yeah. So that's when I started listening to your podcast because I was like, fuck, I need something to listen to. I got 8 hours in this fucking room. Might as well put something on. But the hard thing was because it's fucking noisy as fuck in there, I can only hear half it.
Yeah.
So I can hear you fucking super well. But whoever's like on this side.
They have like trouble with the mic.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering
sometimes.
about with the mic. I'm just like, I don't feel like they're close enough to it.
Yeah,
so I can hear you clearly.
Because I'm used to it and I usually lean forward anyway, but a lot of people like to fucking sit like
so that's what I reckon it was.
Because I lean forward.
Yeah.
So like people just need to bring their mic there more. Like fucking Miles has just came out on Friday.
I haven't listened to that one yet. I want to listen to that.
Yeah, his voice you'd fucking pick his voice up from over there.
Yeah.
His fucking sexy husky voice. He's such a fucking good cunt.
I fucking love Miles.
We did the podcast and we opened up that bottle there and
dangerous.
And we got fucking hammered, but I didn't realize how hammered. And even Miles, like we were supposed to train in the morning because he does 6:30 jiu-jitsu in the morning, and then I would train with him afterwards.
Yeah.
And I went in at like 6:45, and I just looked at him. I was like, I'm only here for emotional support. I'm not training.
I love that.
And he was like, dude, I got home, and I didn't realize how drunk I was until I got home. And fuck it was fun though. But yeah, he's got some stories, eh?
Fuck. He wouldn't. He's been around the place like fuck.
Yeah, he almost boxed on with Michael Bisping once.
Well, is that in the fucking? Yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to that. That's fucking killer.
Yeah, he seen him at a Michael Bisping fought Wanderlei Silva in Sydney or something.
Yeah,
and Miles had a fight that weekend, a Muay Thai fight. I think it was a Muay Thai fight. I'm probably butchering it, but they were at a bar at like 2 or something in the morning. And there was only a few people in the bar, and Bisping walked in, and Miles and his mates were like, Bisping, and Bisping was kind of like, fuck off. Like, just fuck off. And apparently there was like a little argument, and Bisping like grabbed one of his mates by the shoulder and told him to fuck off, and Miles like tried to grab Bisping's hand, and he was like so strong, Miles was like, oh no. He's like, I'm going to get fucking
But
belted.
I couldn't see him backing down. I could just see him just going
You'd
for
cop
it.
a belting from Bisping. He's a big motherfucker. He's like 6'2".
I'll bite his nose.
Yeah,
I don't
you
give a
bite
fuck.
the cunt.
I'll
If you're,
bite the cunt.
you're from Adelaide, you have to fucking... Or
Oh,
you,
I'm from Mount Gambier and Adelaide, so I'll bite a cunt.
yeah, you have to. Like, if you're fighting a bigger dude, you got to fight to survive.
I was always like, as a kid, I was like, nah, you got to be honourable. And then, you know, you start growing up and you're like, fuck,
Nah.
do whatever you have to
Wait
fucking
for
do.
him to turn around.
Fucking oath.
Punch him in
Fucking just punch him in the back of the head. Fuck it. Especially when your life's on the fucking line. You never know.
Do you know what's a really good podcast? The one I did, it's so funny. Fucking, it was 2 weeks ago. I did it with my mate from high school. He's a criminal lawyer.
Listen to that one.
Bro.
That's what I was saying. Like,
It's so funny.
like when that come up, I'm like, oh, that's sick. I'd be interested to like, you know, like hear about what a criminal lawyer does and just like,
Yeah.
I reckon you should have him back on again and just get more into it because it was good.
We're gonna. I think me and him and a couple other boys from my high school are gonna do a podcast together. We're doing a live stream for UFC 282,
That'd be sick.
281. Sorry, for Izzy's fight with Pereira.
I reckon the one I enjoyed, all the ones I like really enjoy. I mean that one with the dude that got busted for the
Wayne
coke.
Cleveland.
That was cool. But I like listening to obviously chefs because that's my thing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get on a few chefs now.
Get that dude from what's it called? Is it
Shabosho, Adam
Yeah.
Liston. I've messaged him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
we're in talks of it.
The one I listened to the other was that yesterday or the day before was that probably butchering the name, but
Senpai Kai.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That was cool. That
Yeah,
was cool.
Senpai Kai. See, what happened with that cunt? I follow him on YouTube. He's like a pretty big YouTuber.
Yeah, I don't actually know who he is.
He's
I've
a-
probably seen him.
He's a fucking big YouTuber. He's got like a fucking 800,000 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah, and
Fuck.
I added him on Instagram and I inboxed him. This was like when I first started the podcast because it was one of my first episodes. So I was
Yeah.
like not expecting, only had like fucking 100 followers. So I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting him to reply. And he's like, yeah, man, for sure. And he followed me back straight away, like within an hour. And he's
Don't you
like,
love
when
good
do-
cunts
and
like
he was
that?
like, when do you want to do it? And I was like, I don't know how to do it, dude. I was like, I actually don't know. I wasn't
I didn't think you would say yes.
I didn't
Yeah.
think he would. So fucking, he said yes, and then I was like, oh my god, I got to figure out how to do a podcast on the computer. I don't know how to fucking do it. I've just learned how to do it like this, and I don't know how to do it. But Senpai, he's such a sweet fucking cunt because he had no benefit to him at all.
Yeah, it was only really doing you a favor.
Doing
really.
me a favor, and not even like, and it was like he didn't even need to reply to me.
He just said, like, again, like, he just seemed like the nicest guy.
He's a sweet dude.
That's what
man.
kind of came across. He just seemed like a real nice guy. And then he was just like genuinely interested in the fact that he had a fish and chip shop. So like most people, they would have been like, oh yeah, fish and chip shop, whatever. But he was like what's the go there? Like, what's going on?
I
Like,
was sending him videos because obviously in
Killer.
America it's very different. So he's like, dude, you need to send me videos of this fish and chip shop.
do they have them?
I
in
don't think so.
America?
No. And like I was like, yeah, so we do like schnitzels, burger, like you got a grill. And he's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? And I'm like, in Australia, and I was sending him videos of like the chicken rotisserie. He's like spinning out. He's like, what the fucking hell? Like, because you do fish and like, what's your main fish? Flake, like
Yeah,
shark.
yeah.
And he's like, shark? What the fuck do you
Oh,
mean?
that's right. I remember that. Yeah,
And
because I was
he's
listening to that.
So
and
I'm
he was
sending
like,
him all
"What?"
these videos. He's like, so wait, you do fish, chips, burgers, steaks, sandwiches, chickens, and schnitzels. And I'm like, yeah, and salads. And you send him pictures of salad. And he was freaking out.
That's
And I was
killer.
like, what the fuck? I thought it was just normal.
yeah.
It's just normal
It was normal
here.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just normal. It's so weird. But he's a nice cunt.
I'm fucking keen to try, go to the shop and try the food because like back home in Mount Gambier, that's the other thing that we have plenty of is fish and chip shops, and they're good down here. Going up to Adelaide, it just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Like I've found generally like, and again maybe it's just because I've gone places like Glenelg.
Do you like fish?
Yeah, I like fucking.
We
anything.
fill it our own flake.
Yeah,
It's
so I
fresh
heard
there.
that.
Yeah.
That got me excited. I'm like, that sounds fucking good to
Yeah,
me.
Adam Jones orders fucking food like 4 times a week when he's down there.
I bet he does.
Oh, he's a fucking fiend for the Uber. He loves it.
Yeah, I bet he does. He's
Yeah.
probably, has a couple of something, and then he's like fucking hungry.
He
as.
only lives like fucking 4 houses down.
Does he?
Yeah, he moved. He lives
I
like
thought he was in Glenelg.
nah. He lives close to. I think he's saving up to buy his like a house, so
Yeah.
they downsize
Oh.
or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, he moved local. He's local around here now. He's
Oh, that's killer.
closer to the gym.
I fucking love that cunt too. He's a good bloke.
He is a
He
fucking
probably doesn't
sweet
like
dude.
me, but he's a good dude.
He's a good dude. He likes everyone. He doesn't have bad bone in his body. His brother's a fucking weapon too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try
definitely.
and fight the cunt one day though.
Yeah,
He's ducking me, Craig. Whenever he comes to Adelaide, I'll beat the fuck out of him
fuck it, why not?
with a
Go for
bat.
it. With a bat.
Yeah,
Nah, you know what's good? Shifter.
shifter.
Yeah.
We were talking
Throw it
about
at the
this
head.
with Miles last week. What's your weapon of choice if you were to get into a full fucking like life or death, 3 people, and you're at a fucking bar?
That is a fucking good question.
What are
there's
you
so many
grabbing?
variables.
What are you grabbing?
Oh, because of the bar. So what are we grabbing? Because you got to like.
I won't do it to a bar. You can choose your preferred.
See, we could be here for fucking ages because I'm an overthinker. I'm going to think about every fucking possible weapon.
I reckon a pool cue is a fucking great weapon.
Could snap though, eh?
Yeah, but then you got a knife.
That is a good point. See, that's what I mean. Like, I'd sit, 'cause
Then you got 2.
that's
Depends
my
how
problem.
it's
Is
snapped.
I'll sit there like again overthinker. I'll sit there and overanalyze the fuck out of everything.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is a fucking good question.
Life or death. So like, there's 3 blokes, and you can choose the scenery and a weapon.
Fuck, I'm thinking a fucking football field because then you got fucking plenty of room. You can't get jammed up in a fucking, like
A
if you're,
footy oval.
yeah,
Yeah.
because if you like Joe Rogan always fucking talks about, because if you're in a fucking bar or something, you might get jammed up in a little area. If you got 3 people, you need the fucking distance to be able to move and shit. Oh, weapon though, because like you got a fucking choice.
It can't be a
whatever.
deadly weapon. It can't be a knife, and
Nah.
it can't be a gun. It has to be like an everyday utensil, or
I'm
you know
going-
what I mean.
You know what? I'm going with a shifter
a
because
shifter,
I already know that I'm pretty good with a shifter.
pretty fucking heavy.
Yeah, I've thrown one at someone before, and like I tell the story a lot. When
You don't want range though.
nah, fuck it. I
You want to get in close.
I want to get in close. I'm the kind of guy that gets in close and does damage there. Like I found that early on when I started training. Like I was like, fuck, if I get in close, yeah, they can hit me, but I can fucking hit
hit
them.
them harder.
So I just would work on that. I'm like, because I'm already getting fucking hit, so I might as well get in close so I can just hit them just as much.
Mm. Yeah,
then-
I'd have to say mine would be.
We can throw a shifter as well.
Yeah,
I
that's the
know
thing.
from experience when I was, unfortunately, when I was a 5, I think I was about 5 or so, I was a fucking very, very angry little kid, and I used to get in fights with my brother all the time. And he pissed me off one day, so I fucking threw a shifter and it smacked him in the back of the head. And like, I tell that story and it's kind of funny, but now that I think about it, I'm like, I probably could have fucking
You
killed him.
coulda killed the cunt. Fuck.
I was an angry little kid. Like I threw a shifter at his head one time. We used to have bunk beds and he was on the top bunk. And I can't remember what happened, but I fucking grabbed his arm and I've yanked him off the top bunk and I fucking broken his arm. I was a
No shit. That's hilarious.
little angry kid.
That's hilarious. I do know what I'd go to. I'd go to
There we go.
an IKEA or a Bunnings type scenario. Actually, no, fuck that. I'd go to a shopping mall.
But then they can pick up shit as well. They've got weapons.
Yeah, fuck.
You got to think about that. 'Cause like, they could throw a fucking
a
can of
footy
monster at your
oval is
head.
probably the best.
You think about it, you got all that range and distance. You can, especially if you got 3 cunts at you.
Yeah, you
You don't
want to get
jammed.
cornered.
You don't want to get cornered. You don't want to get jammed up. You want to
Alright.
stick and move.
So we're going to football oval, and I'm going to have to say a crowbar.
That's a good choice.
One fucking crowbar to the side of the knee, you are not getting up.
You got range on that as well.
Yeah. And you got 2 different ends. So if you want to really fuck them up, you go the hooked end.
And I reckon you'd probably be able to stab someone with one of them. You got enough.
If you
momentum.
and you could throw it.
Yeah, you can throw
but-
that too.
But yeah.
Yeah.
How
That's a
many
good choice.
here's one of the most popular questions on the podcast is
Waiting for this.
everyone does. Luke Vidler was fucking dreaming about it. How many year 6s do you reckon you could beat the fuck out of?
Well, it depends on one thing. Do I get supplies? And what I mean by supplies is, can I have a couple of Gatorades?
There's a table.
Yeah.
There will be a table 50 meters away
Yeah.
that you can run to if you clear the kids out, and you have, because you get a 30-second break in between rounds.
Done.
You can run and you can exert your energy and go get a Gatorade.
So, all right. So if I've got a couple of Gatorades and a fucking box of Fruit Loops, man, I might be there. If we start tomorrow, I might be still there next week.
You reckon?
Yeah, fuck them.
How would you do it?
I'm just fucking
hands or kicks. It's kicks.
I'm
isn't
mixing it up.
Kicks is the go.
I'm mixing it up. So what I was thinking about this. I thought long and hard about this. You know, I use my left hand. That gets sore. I use my right hand. That gets sore. I
You
use my
reckon
knees.
you knock out a year 6 with a jab?
Fucking oath. Or like again, like you can't really go on me fucking fight experience, but unless I got hands like my last opponent, then I might be in trouble.
Like every 5 rounds, you do get one of those genetic freaks. Everyone went to school with that kid that had a 6-pack in year 6. You know, you say every 5 rounds, you might get a Maori kid.
Yeah, well, I'll make an example of him.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna fucking bite the cunt in the nose and punch him in the fucking throat, and then just fucking, you know, just. And then just show the other kids, pull him up by the hair and be like, this is what you fucking get, cunt.
Fear is the most
valuable. They're going to shit themselves. Yeah. And then, you know, they're going to question everything they fucking do.
Fear is what dreams are made of.
I reckon we should tee this up. So, you know.
I've been trying. Do you do a kids class at Trinity?
I don't really want to fuck up the kids there. But this is, you know, this is calling out all the year 6s and 7s in fucking Adelaide. I'm due for a win. Let's meet at a footy oval. Fucking bring them all.
He needs a tune-up fight.
I need a tune-up fight. Bring all the year 6s and 7s from all over Adelaide and I'll fucking go through you.
Miles said he's got 20 minutes in him.
I reckon he's got longer than 20 minutes.
I think he's doing himself hard.
He's doing himself way hard.
He's doing himself hard. I think he forgets that he's an animal, maybe.
I think he's just... Yeah, he forgets that he's a fucking animal. He's probably like thinking he's too old when he's not. How old is he?
Miles for mid to early 30s.
I just keep thinking he's 30.
Yeah, he's 30.
Yeah, in my head he's 30. I mean, I'm 30.
He's been grey since he was 18, so it's hard to tell with that cunt. He's a fucking weapon though. But yeah, he said 20 minutes. I reckon I could get...
I've just got like, again, this is like not being cocky. I've just got really good cardio. That's
the issue though. Cardio.
That's what I've got.
Because I got a clip on TikTok and it has like a couple 100,000 views, and it's that question, and I've got thousands of comments on it, and I love reading them because a lot of blokes are like endless, and I'm like, and you can tell they've never trained, and I'm like, you don't understand how tired you're going to get after. It would be tiring knocking them out. Yeah. Like, it would be exhausting just kicking him and punching him.
But I feel like again, I've got pretty good cardio. Like, I'm the kind of guy, like, that's why I was so happy for the last fight, because it was 5 rounds. I'm like, yeah, right, maybe I'll lose the first 2 rounds, but I'm going to fucking, you know, I'll wake up by that halfway through that second round and I'm going to take over. My cardio is going to take over. Everyone I've fought, unfortunately, I've just started that little bit slow and I've started really taking over after the second round and the third round, and then I just run out of time. So I was so excited to do 5 rounds because I'm like, I'm going to wear this cunt out.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear him out hard. And then, you know, we never got to see it. But I've got fucking great cardio. And like, this probably sounds like I'm being cocky, but that's the one thing I will back myself on. I've got good fucking cardio.
That's what you need for it, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't reckon you don't need crazy power with a 6-year-old. Year 6, because I'm telling you, you look at their legs, they're like little pencils. You just need one fucking chop. One chop to the thigh. That kid's not fucking getting back up.
I can generally snap, you know, like, and again, you can see it in me fights. I've snapped people's heads back with a jab.
Mm.
So, you know, like, I think I can fucking do that to a year 6.
And you can pick them up and fucking spike them on the head too.
Fucking exactly.
Like, it's not like
you can just get savage with the cunts.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. If you really want to, you can pick them up and you can spike them on their head. Like, there's no rules.
We need to like tee this up somehow. I need to do like legalize it, put on a show. Me versus fucking 100 year 6s. How long we can go.
I think.
We'll do it for charity or something, you know. Then they'll do it.
What about the little community? I don't know what to call them. What are they?
The people that are smaller.
Yeah, the small. That doesn't count because they got strength. I think.
No, because look at that Hezbollah.
Yes, he'd fuck you up.
Everyone's like,
how many Hezbollahs do you reckon you could beat the fuck out of?
I don't know. He looks like he trains.
If you ran up to that cunt and just kicked him as hard as you could. I would love
to. Like, I can't play footy for shit, but I would love to.
How tall is he? Is he 3 foot?
Look, Hernandez.
We were going to get
Hernandez. Tee that up.
My missus bought me a life-size cutout of him, but it's gone this way. I think it's like that. I don't know how big the cunt is.
Yeah, get him like a life-size cutout and just put a laptop next to him, and he can be the guy that does shit.
Where is it? Fucking Hezbollah. I wonder how much that cunt's
I remember
worth.
the first time I saw him, and like, I think it was when he like threw that like king hit, and everyone just thought it was the kid. we're all like, oh, this fucking kid's a little psycho. And then you find out he's a 19.
He's 3
He's
foot,
old.
3'4", 102 centimeters.
Fuck, I could put my balls on his forehead.
He's
Give me a little ball rest.
He's 102 centimeters. What's that? 30.
I'm not good at maths.
It's there. Yeah, it's about there.
About the table height.
Yeah.
Fucking what a little gremlin.
He's a fucking weapon, though. He's living his
Yeah.
best life. Apparently, he literally, like, when he was in Australia and he met Shaq and that,
Yeah.
he has this whole Dagestani squad with him, and they're all bad motherfuckers.
Oh, they would be.
All of them are bad motherfuckers. And apparently, they'll take him somewhere to meet, like, a Shaq. As soon as Hezbollah's bored, he just walks away. They pick him up, put him in a car, and they drive him to do the next thing. That's his life. Like, he just
do whatever.
does whatever he wants, and whenever he's bored, they just pick him up, put him in his fucking, like, his Mercedes,
Yeah.
and then they drive him to the next thing.
And then when he's in Dagestan, he'd drive himself.
And he's a fucking G. He refused to take pictures with females at his
Because
meet and greets because
is he
he's
Muslim?
Islam. Yeah, he's Islamic.
Yeah.
But he refuses to take pictures with girls, but you can still buy the tickets to come and look at him.
Yeah.
So he will take their money, but he won't take
Yeah,
pictures of them.
fucking oath.
He's a fucking G. But he's a funny cunt.
He's the funniest.
He's a good little cunt. I love that. But yeah, so you've been thinking about that a bit.
The kids.
Mm.
Yeah. Again, like I've been watching a few of the podcast episodes, so I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I've got good cardio. I probably need a couple of Gatorades.
You're probably a good size for it too. I feel like a heavyweight would fucking kill him. But
Yeah.
but
I don't
they
wanna
get
kill
tired.
him.
But they get tired.
What's that?
They would get tired.
Yeah, they'll get tired. I don't get tired.
The
I
issue-
get tired, but just
If
I
you-
recover pretty well.
if you clean up the kit, yeah. See, it's all about recovery. I got fucking horrible cardio at the moment, but I've always had really good recovery. Like if I get like that 30-second rest in between pad break, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. I can go probably do 10 rounds, and I'll keep like a consistent pace because I got really good recovery.
That's one thing I was doing a little bit of in my camp is like instead of doing the full minute rest, I do 30 seconds.
30
So when you get that minute, it's like
in
oh my
Muay
God.
Thai, they get a minute break.
Do that? Oh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, MMA get a minute as well.
No, it's 30 seconds, isn't it?
Nah, it's a minute.
What the fuck's it? No, sorry. In specific Muay Thai fights, in professional fights, they get 2 minutes.
Between rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's perfect for me.
I was going to say, like, you come out completely fresh.
Fuck, 2 minutes is a long time. I'd be sitting there getting a bit bored. I'd be like, can we
fresh.
fight again?
can we start?
That was actually like me at the start of the... Did you watch the fight live or...
I didn't watch it live. I only watched I watched the rounds, but I didn't watch, like, I only watched it afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. No, I did watch it afterwards.
you
I
see
watched
at
Luke
the-
Fiddler's fight live.
Oh, yeah. Did you see at the start there was like that fuck around?
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly what happened, but there was some fuck around with like the time of like, so they're like, I don't know if they were confused about how long the rounds were going to be. So to my knowledge, it was going to be
5 threes.
5-3. That's one. I always get that fucking mixed up for some reason. And they were like debating it for some shit reason out the cage. So me and my opponent just kind of standing there. And then they've gone up to me, like ref's gone up to me and like, oh, what do you want? Like 5 threes or 3 5s? I'm like, 5 threes. Like, that's what I've trained for. And I like yelled out to my opponent, like, you want 5 threes? Let's go. Like, and he's like, yeah, that's what I want. And then they've fucking gone back out the cage and they're talking for ages. I reckon we would have been standing there for a good fucking 3 to 5 minutes.
That's fucked.
But it was actually kind of good in the sense of it gave me more time to
Compose yourself.
compose myself, but get it like adjusted to the cage.
Sorry, I'm gonna have another bite.
Yeah, go
These
for
are
it.
fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal.
But like in the sense of just more time in the cage to just get accustomed to it, relaxed. And it's funny because he yelled out, he's like, do you want to just go? And I'm like, yeah, man, let's just like, can we just go? Like, let's just fight already. Like, fuck it. But yeah, fuck, I don't even remember where I was going with that. But
Sorry, man. These are phenomenal.
that's the maple bacon one.
That's like the nicest sweet I've had in fucking ages.
I'm glad because I
Maybe you got a rough one. Try that.
yeah. Yeah, that's better than the one I had today.
Oh, you didn't really get any of the maple though, but
No, I got a little bit though. More, I swear, it's more than the one I tried today.
if it wasn't as salty as that, it wouldn't be as nice. I'm telling you.
Yeah, okay.
It needs to be that salty, I reckon.
Because the one I did the
Because
other
then
day
you know
was
you're
sweeter.
having a maple bacon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whenever I've been places and they try and do that combo, they always go heavy on the maple and they put like a little bit of bacon and it's like you lose it.
Because I remember talking to you about it, and when I did it, I was like, I rushed it the first time and I put way too much icing because I was just quickly. And I got dudes at work to try, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty good, it's a little sweet." So I was fucking around with it last night, and I just made some like cowboy fucking what is it called? Fucking bacon jam.
Is that what's in there?
Yes, that's a bacon jam in there.
Fucking killer. That's what makes it.
Yeah. So I was just like, I looked up a recipe, and this is how I'm a cowboy and unrefined. I looked at a recipe, like roughly looked at what was in it, and then just kind of winged it from there. It's like, onions, bacon, fucking some sort of vinegar, like some sort of acid. I'm like, I'll just grab whatever I got going around and just fucking throw it in there. So I got the onions, started sweating that off, putting the bacon in there.
See, that onion brings like a hell nice sweet kind of
I was
savory.
worried about that. I was
it's not. No, you can't taste them at all. If you didn't tell me that there was that was in there, I would not know.
Yeah.
But it probably needs it.
And then, like, I, again, didn't really do it like the recipe said. I, like, sweated that down a bit, added a little bit of water, and I had, like, the glaze that I used for the bacon, which is, like, half brown sugar, half maple, which I forget her name. Some chick on Instagram was, like, just messaged me and, like, do this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, sick, I'll do that. Use that to brush the bacon. I had that left over, so I just chucked that in with the onions and bacon, let that reduce, get all sticky. Then I put that in the freezer. And then just scooped it up, put it in the cookie dough, put it in the middle, and then put it in the freezer, and then baked them off this morning. Oh, wait, did I do it this morning? I can't fucking remember.
They're fucking legit. How long do these last?
I have no idea, eh?
They never get stuck around long enough.
Well, my thing is I like to bake them most days. Like the longest I wanted to stay there for, and even I don't really like this, is probably 48 hours. Because I think that style of cookie, anything over 48 hours,
deteriorates it a bit.
Just deteriorates because of how it's cooked. And it's like, I guess because it is so like, I'm thinking of words, but like just cooked, like doughy almost. Yeah. I feel like after that period, it kind of gets a bit shit. And that's what I think the problem is with all the other people. Again, this probably sounds like I'm talking shit, but I don't really give a fuck. All the other people doing that style of cookies in Adelaide, I don't think they're as fucking passionate, and I feel like a lot of their cookies
mass-produced more.
Mass-produced, and they're like you're getting them when they're fucking 2 or 3 days old, and they're just not the fucking same. So my big thing is like what I want to work on is with doing it is making them fresh as possible, and like keeping that fucking quality.
Whenever you do a batch of them, I want 10.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're so good. All of them are good. Do you have an Instagram? Sorry.
That cookie guy.
I think I followed it actually.
I think so. I think it's slowly starting to build. Like I think in the last like week, I've probably got like a bunch of people that have just started following it because I'll post it on my main page, like Ryan Cooper MMA. I'll just post stuff on there because again, I don't have a big following on the cookie page yet. So if I want like answers to something, like again, like when I posted the maple bacon thing, I was saying to people like, would you go this? Like, would you actually try this? Because it was bopping around in my head. I'm like, because again, I don't like just doing the same old shit as everyone else. Everyone does loaded fucking cookies, and they do your basic flavors, like your Biscoff, your caramel. And again, look, I do that as well. But they
fucking
just
boring every now and then, like just a bit boring.
But they just like rest on that in the sense of what I mean is like they'll just do a Biscoff and that's it. So I'll do a Biscoff cookie, right? Do a chopped chip cookie, put Biscoff in the center, but I don't leave it as just that. Once it's like cooled down, oh fucking hell, sorry, I'll dip that in chocolate and then I'll dip it in like I guess a gay time crumb. So what that is composed of is like
peanuts.
No, so again, it might not be actual gay time, but it's just what I've got on hand is honeycomb
crumble,
crush that up, and then Biscoff biscuits, crush that up, and then I'm still working on the other one, like which one I prefer, but like for I didn't bring you on, but like for this, the one I did today, I used I can't remember what they are, but like I used like shortbread the other day, and then today I think I used fuck, I can't remember, like the yo-yo style of biscuit or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll crush that up, crush them all together and try and like have some fine pieces and the big piece. And then once it's been dipped in the chocolate, I dip it in that crumb.
Have you ever fucking had pandan leaf?
Oh, I can't remember what I've had it in. There was Jenny's Bakery. They're doing like a pandan croissant and I fucking missed out on that.
So pandan like custard is it's like a real subtle vanilla flavour. It's like a vanilla flavour, but it's real subtle and it gives like a green tinge.
Yeah.
But a pandan like custard filled cookie would fucking be
a place called Thick Cookie does it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you look them up, they're fucking great. So the whole cookie thing for me, that started actually through fighting. And like I'll explain how. So like I've got like one of the guys from the gym, J. Cole. If you guys don't know who he is, he's an absolute killer. But we went over to Perth to fight on Eternal and he was telling me about this cookie place. I was like, that looks fucking sick. So after our fights, we both lost, unfortunately. I believe I won my fight, but, shit happens. He fought that Mini T.
No shit.
Yeah. And, like, obviously, unfortunately, Mini T beat him. I honestly believe Jake could have beat him. Just started a little bit slow, whatnot. But, shit happens. Whatever. Anyway, after the fight, we go to this cookie place and we load up on cookies. And this is the first time I've ever had that style of cookie. I'm like, these are fucking amazing. Like, what the fuck is this? This is so fucking good. And like took him back to Adelaide, was eating them. And then I was like Googling in Adelaide. I'm like, fucking no one else is doing this thing in Adelaide. So like it took me ages, but I like was trying to find recipes to figure out how to do it. And then I slowly started doing it in the cafe that I was at. But unfortunately, they didn't really, I guess, like back me with it. Like I'd do it, but they wouldn't advertise it. And I was trying to tell them, I'm like, this will be a big fucking thing. You need to get behind me with this. And they're sort of like, oh no, whatever. Like, they're just cookies. I fucking hate that. Like, oh.
Yeah, it's hell belittling.
They're just cookies. Maybe to you are.
I'm
fucking passionate, man. I love fucking cookies. I love food
You
in
should
general.
change your fight name to the Cookie Monster.
That's actually what I'm thinking for the next one.
Dude, you should.
And I'm going to get a shirt and I was like thinking of like having.
You as the Cookie Monster.
Yeah, or just like me with like, again, I like the idea of just being like fucking dripping in blood. But like me with a cookie in mouth, like standing over some dude.
This is the shirt, by the way. How fucking dope's that? Little Vice City action.
It's not bad at all.
Boom.
Yeah, so like cookie in one hand, me standing on the top of, like foot on top of a dude, holding his head in the other. Again, that's probably too much of an intricate design, but I think that'd be fucking sick.
That's kind of dope.
Yeah. Oh, that's just what's bopping around in my head.
But yeah, you fucking cookies, fighting. The dream.
Cookies, fighting, nutrition student. Fucking that's fallen kind of to the wayside. Gypsy, living in the car. Loving it. Just
living the dream.
Doing a bit of everything. People are like, it's funny, like living in the car, people are like, what are you doing that for? I'm like, saving money. Fuck it.
Some people just like to live different. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, like I just think of it again, like
different priorities.
For me, I always wanted to like try the van life, but if anyone knows me, I'm a fucking tight ass. And I looked at how much vans were and I'm like, the fucking like cheapest you'll get one for is $4,000. I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to buy a wagon. So I bought a wagon, fucking mattress in the back and just sleep in that. And again, the whole reason I'm doing it is to save money because I want to fuck off to Thailand and just train. Like, I mean, I'm 31 at the end of the year.
Good eating up there too.
Oh, fuck, it'd be sick. Cheap. I can't have
delicious
Thai food over here.
No, it's not.
No, I can't do it.
It wouldn't. I've never been to Thailand, but
it's dirty.
It's good. But I watch, like, I obsess over those food shows that travel to like Southeast Asia and stuff and go to all the street foods. And so I've watched hundreds of out. So it feels like I have been there. And whenever I cook anything, I try and make it as authentic to the culture as I can. Like I always try and make it as authentic to the culture as I can. Even if some shit's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I'll always try it. And like I fucking hate like Chinese food in South Australia. It's fucked. Like,
I hate when people are like, oh, you want to get Chinese food? I'm
so
like, no.
sweet and just fucking
I don't
gross.
know what actual Chinese food's like.
There's
but
this place on Gudger Street. I don't know the name. I'll send you the link. It starts with a B. It's got like 3 different words. And it's like Barbu Goy or something.
Yeah.
It's a Sichuan restaurant. That place is fucking legit.
I still need to go to
it's so legit and it's cheap.
and I still need to go to Shibosho. Like,
Shibosho is very
I wanted
nice.
to go there for fucking years. It's just like all the people that I would go with are like always fucking busy, and then my other mates are just like, not to be rude, but uncultured cunts.
No,
they
they
wouldn't
don't like
appreciate
good
it.
food. Yeah, I'll go. If you ever want to go, I'll go.
Yeah, fuck.
I'll go
have
all
to do
the
it.
time. It's nice.
And then again, like I'm not really fucking dating anyone, so I don't have a bird that I actually want to take there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I think it's what it's like. Fuck.
because it's expensive, isn't it?
It's not too bad for what you get. I think if you're going to go and eat and have like 2-3 drinks, you get away with it for $150.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm a tight ass, but I'll pay that.
Yeah, like if you wanted to have like 2 or 3 nice cocktails or a beer or a couple beers and get the feed me menu, which is like 7 courses, you'd get away with it for $150.
What with the feed me menu? Fuck,
I think their feed me is $95.
Oh,
I think.
I'm about it. I
Yeah,
am
it's not
fucking
that
about
expensive. It's not that expensive. It's
I thought
good.
it'd be just like through the roof.
Me and my missus went to the Yakitori bar, which is the part at the front that
I
just
wanna do
does
that as
chicken
well.
skewers. That's my favourite part of it. I think we bowled out. We got everything, and we got like 2 serves of Wagyu. And I'm pretty sure, and I got 2 or 3 drinks each. I'm pretty sure we spent like $250. But we like got the Wagyu
yeah.
skewers are $24 each.
Well, there you go.
But the fuck, it's so good. It's
You know-
good drinking food.
You know what that reminds me of as well? Like, I don't know how, but like, I keep making this fucking mistake. I feel like ramen, right?
Oh,
And I make the mistake of fucking ordering it takeaway.
no,
And
it's
that
always
is-
horrible. The noodles go shit.
I always do it. I know it's going to be horrible, but for some reason, I have this faith that it's going to be amazing.
Melbourne ruined ramen for me. I went to this ramen spot in Melbourne,
Ramen.
and this spot in Melbourne, Hakata Jensuk. It's on
I'm gonna
fucking
have to look
Russell
it up.
Street
Yeah.
in Melbourne. That was like the nicest fucking. You go there, you know somewhere's good when they're Asian and they fucking have horrible service. But like this, so we got there 20 minutes before they open, massive line,
Fuck.
all full of Asian people, all Japanese
yeah.
people. And there's a lady comes out and she's got the pamphlet that you fill out of what you want. She basically throws it at you and she gives you a fucking pen and how do you want your noodles? You want them soft, firm, extra firm? Tick, what do you want? Do you want your broth extra rich or light? And then do you want raw garlic? Yes. Do you want extra char siu pork? Yes. Do you want and you tick it.
Fuck.
They bring it out.
Take me ages to decide. Eh?
They bring it out and it's the fucking most delicious fucking ramen you've ever had, dude. And the noodles are made there and they're so chewy. And they on the side of the table, there's just a whole bowl of minced garlic raw that you can scoop on, pickled mushrooms and pickled chilies. And
Fuck,
you
man.
can order like an extra serve of noodles on the side. So when you finish your noodles, you can pour them back into your broth and just have more noodles. But that bowl of ramen fucked me because that
You can't have ramen again.
No, I can't have ramen in like Adelaide ever.
Have
Like,
you found
if I
anywhere
went to-
in Adelaide?
No, there's some nice places like the Showman's nice.
That wasn't.
It's
too
all right.
bad.
Yeah, it's all right. There's another place I went to recently that was pretty
Rundle
good.
Mall? Not Rundle Mall. Sorry, Rundle Street.
I think so.
I went to a place on Rundle Street. Cannot fucking remember what it's called. I feel like it starts with a B.
I can't remember.
No,
I
I
know
don't
what one
know.
you're talking about. They sell truffle ramen.
I think so.
Yeah.
They sell a lobster one, and I was like,
Yeah.
I wanted to get it, but then I was like, I don't know if they're gonna fuck it up.
See, I don't order crayfish or lobster. And if I go to get a ramen, I just want a bowl of ramen. I like just tonkatsu, like pork ramen. But yeah,
I think I had a Wagyu beef or something.
That
from
fucked
this place,
me.
and it was great.
I've got to make my way over to Japan soon, though. Hopefully.
That's what I'm hoping to do. Like, my plans are fucking all up in the air. I'm still trying to figure it out, especially with these.
If you're in Thailand, you're so if you go
Yeah.
to Thailand, you're so central. Like Vietnam's like a couple hours away. Fucking Philippines.
Pretty much. So my plan is like, again, I'm still got to figure out what's going on with these cookies because they're taking off, and that could be potentially something big. So I might have to pause the plans for a little bit. But the plan pretty much is to go over to Thailand because I'm going to be 31 at the end of the year. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it soon. When I go over there, just put myself in a position where I can train full time and just live the life. Fuck, I'll fight boxing, Muay Thai. I don't give a fuck. I like to fight, and then be there for as long as I can, and then hopefully somewhere in between I can fuck off to Japan. Like I have no idea where in Japan I'm going to go, but something about Japan just calls to me, just like the
love
food,
Japan.
the culture.
I love
Have you been
Japan.
there, or?
Nah, but I'm obsessed with Japanese culture.
There's so much that just seems
I
like
fucking love it.
Yeah.
I'm very drawn to Japan as well. Like just the culture, the food, the history, like the landscape. I love the landscape of it. Just everything about it gives me goosebumps talking about it.
Pretty much everything about Japan just kind of draws me in. Like, I mean, I like a bit of anime and whatnot as well.
The people just seem really cool too.
Yeah.
They just seem really just Japanese. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they're just very Japanese, very cool. But yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, I have to go to the Oz Asia Festival tonight.
The Oz Asia.
Yeah, there's like a food festival in the city.
The dumpling market.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
have you been?
Yeah, I've already been.
Good.
I don't mind it. The hard thing is because it's a dumpling market, they're all doing fucking dumplings. So it's like, where the fuck do you go for the dumplings?
Oh,
because they're all doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do I choose? And I went to one of them, and this pissed me off. Like the dumplings were nice, but it said pan fried dumplings,
and they steamed them.
Yeah, they steamed them. They weren't fucking pan fried. I know they weren't fucking pan fried. I know those motherfuckers didn't touch a pan. They were still good, don't get me wrong, but it's like...
Why lie?
Why are you fucking lying to me?
Why lie?
Why are you fucking lying to me, cunt?
Why lie? Well, it was fucking hilarious sitting down with you and talking about cookies for like an hour and 45. But that's funny as, man. You're a mad cunt.
Cheers, bro.
Can't wait to watch you fight again, and thank you for coming on.
Easy. Thanks,
Easy,
bro.
man.